This is, we're here today to talk about my son, Daryl II. This is my wife, Kimberly. And just as Jane laid out, um, we tried to help our son. We tried to, we followed what everyone told us to do. We went and looked for him that day. We just never imagined that we would be up here telling everybody about our son in the past tense. Um, he was born on Christmas. He was a sweet child, um, just had regular issues like any other teenager. Um, he was in school.
He was a college student. He lived on campus.
We went through his stuff and just saw the stuff that I told him to do, and he was trying to be the best version of himself. Um, we have 6 children. He was one of 6, and everybody will tell you about the Fussels that we love our children. We are a tight knit family. Um, we have a business. Um, all my kids work there at some capacity or other. Um, he was just a great kid. Um, you know, very kind, loved children, loved pets. Just, he was just suffering. And what happened did not have to happen.
It did not have to happen.
They were supposed to take care of him. They were supposed to watch out for him. They were supposed to make him better. But he just kept falling through the cracks, falling through the cracks. Nobody cared. Nobody took out the time, including the officer that killed him.
He was a baby. I know that people will say that 23 is a grown man, but our family we love and we're close. He was so sweet. And he just wanted to be the best young man and represent the Fussels the best way he could. That was one of the things he always talked about. He wanted to be a man like his father. I want to know. I want to know why they didn't tell them that my baby needed help. Why didn't they put him in a regular gown? Why didn't they treat him like a patient who needed help? Why did they treat him like a dog in the street?
If it was their child, they would have made sure he was okay. But just too many times, this story just keeps happening, and it doesn't need to be.
Doesn't need to happen. I don't want any more moms to feel like this. Mental illness is real, and it's okay. We don't need to treat it like like you're a poison. Plenty of people are taking medication. Depression is real. My son was just a normal boy who was going to school, who loved his family, who had people who loved him. He was not afraid to talk to people. He was an extrovert. He was kind. Other young people who have met him would say that he would come up to them and help them and be nice to them and talk to them. He loved sports. He played basketball with his friends. He made friends easily. And I want to know why Riverdale didn't tell Southern Regional that my son needed help. Why did Southern Regional? Why? Why did they not keep their own floor safe?
Why they just let him walk out? Why did they tell us we could just turn around and not come?
Yes.
Why didn't the police call a crisis resource officer? Why didn't they give it the care and attention that it needed?
They knew he was hitting himself in the head with a hammer. They knew, they were told, the officers when they arrived, they were told that my son was hurting himself. They had a responsibility to call crisis. They had a responsibility to treat my son like they would treat their own son. And they treated him like a dog in the street and shot him dead 9 times. 9 times, my baby. He was a $190, as they say. He was 190 pounds. He was 5'10". He wasn't scary.
Mr. Fussell, can I clear something up? You just mentioned that they told you guys to turn around. What do you mean by that?
We were en route to Southern Regional, and we got a call from one of the nurses who told us that he had left.
And that we could just go ahead and turn around now. Then they're going to call the authorities.
They hadn't even called the police yet, and they're calling us, telling us we can turn around.
We love our son. We love our family. We did not stop. We went down there and we drove around for hours looking for our baby. Little did I know, while I'm searching for my son, he was bleeding to death on the floor. He died. Well, I prayed, and I asked God to help us find my son. I asked God to protect my son.
One line of question. While you guys were searching, were they searching as well?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We went to the hospital, and that's when my wife talked to the security guard there, who wasn't aware of anything going on. She talked to the nurses on the floor. They just, like, oh, he just went out the back door. And I've never been to Riverdale except to meet him at the Riverwood facility to drop him off. So we just drove around like wherever we could, because I'm not familiar with the area. Just drove all dips and types of way, back streets where I think he would have gone, out the back, and up and down these different roads, and was like, I just don't know where to go. I didn't even know Riverdale had their own police department. I thought it was because Clayton County was at the hospital.
Yeah, and we thought Clayton County would be searching for our son. So we just didn't know. And we knew as a family that we wanted our son to have help. We were very open about therapy was important. And I believe the construction building that he entered, I believe he entered it because on the outside, I believe it says therapy. I believe my son was looking for help. I don't think he was in there just to be going in there. You couldn't even tell from the outside of the building that it was under construction. They were doing inside construction, renovation. I believe my son was seeking help. He didn't get help. He got bullets.